Awesome. I'm live. Yay. So, welcome everyone to another video on this channel. It's my first video since announcing the relaunch of my channel, and I'm so super excited. So if this is your first time tuning in and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I'm a psychic business empowerment coach. I work with spiritual entrepreneurs and people in general to teach them how to manifest whatever it is that they want in their lives and in their businesses, okay? So this is how I empower people. It's just really teaching them that they have the power to create whatever they want within themselves. And this is the first video that I am doing since announcing the relaunch of my channel. And today I'm going to be discussing the era of returning to who you truly are. So this is what I was asked to speak on today. So definitely give me a thumbs up if you really enjoy this teaching. When I'm done with it, leave me some comments to share your thoughts. When I'm done doing this video, or as I'm doing this video, I mean, you're listening to me maybe on the replay, of what your thoughts, your experience, your perspective is, because I would love to hear from you. And remember to hit that subscribe button if my channel resonates with you, if my teachings resonate with you. This channel is all about mindset, manifesting, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and energy alignment, okay? So what my guides wanted me to mention today to all of you, and don't mind the background noise. I live in a really noisy city, but what my guides wanted me to share with you guys today is that we are now in a period spiritually, energetically, in a period of where old systems are really falling away. So you may have noticed this in your news if you watch the news, where people are being made aware of certain bad behaviors, I guess you could call them, of politicians and other things that are going on around the world, or old ways of doing things. Let's say there's a company that produces a product in a way that contaminates the environment, and so we are, because of our level of consciousness right now at this time on the planet, we are elevating to search for new means to preserve the planet, to reduce the damage that we've done to it, or to remove all of these old, maybe political systems or other systems that are not in alignment with us anymore. So all of these old systems are falling away, and this includes our belief systems. This includes what we believe to be true about the world, about ourselves, about what's possible. All of these old systems are falling away. And so the reason for that is you might probably find other people on the internet talking about this, but just a few nights ago I was scrolling through Facebook and I happened to notice this channel that I follow mention about how we have now shifted into a fourth dimension reality. So in the past, we used to have 3 different dimensions of human existence, which is 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, 5th dimension. So 3rd dimension is usually where people reside, where they're full of judgment, they're full of scarcity, they're full of just negative energy, negative emotions. A lot of bad things happen in the world, like starvation and murders and rape and all this other things that we would consider bad. And I put them in air quotes simply because from what I teach, from my perspective, everything serves a purpose. Everything is meant to guide us more in the direction that we're meant to go in, even though with our human filters, we perceive it as something bad, right? But so 3rd density or 3rd dimension is where these people who are, living in this way, or the reality in which they just experience is in this way, 3rd dimension, 3rd density. And so we have now evolved to 4th dimension, which is where these things are still there, they still exist, but we are connecting back to 5th dimension, which is 5th dimension has more of our truth. 5th dimension is where unconditional love exists, where infinite abundance exists. It's where you know that you're the creator of your reality, that you live in the loving, supportive universe, that you can have whatever you want, do whatever you want, be whatever you want. When you're truly living in a state of bliss, in a state of excitement, in a state of positivity, that's 5th dimension, where everything just manifests for you very, very quickly. It just shows up so quickly. So when you're in 4th dimension, though, you're still surrounded by some of these like bad things, but you are shifting as you go throughout your day to reach more for that fifth dimensional reality, that fifth dimensional existence, where you're trying to come back to this divine truth that you are infinitely abundant, that you are loved, that the universe does support you, and all these other things, but you're still experiencing that kind of contrast, is what I'm saying, right? And so in that fourth dimensional reality that we're now in, that we've shifted to according to this channel, is we are now getting to choose. We are getting to choose whether we want to continue to experience the contrast or whether we want to shift more into our divine truth, whether we want to start embodying more of who we truly are on this planet. And in doing so, then shift ourselves into that fifth dimensional kind of consciousness, that fifth dimensional existence, right? So this is what is going on here, is we are learning to let go of these old systems, especially when in regards to ourselves, of what we believe about ourselves, what we think is possible, and doing away with that so that we can become more empowered, more sovereign, and we can come back to this divine truth. And as you do this, as you choose to consciously shift yourself in a way that is more in alignment with your soul's truth, then you start reclaiming your divinity. Then you start understanding you're a truly powerful creator. Then you manifest the best experiences of this world instead of continuing to manifest the contrast, okay? And so when you go about your day and you start noticing that there are things happening in your reality or your life that don't feel good, situations, setbacks and stuff, and it triggers a negative emotional response in you, that's to let you know you are not fully tapping into your divine truth, that you are experiencing this discord because you're not truly in that empowered divine state. Because when you're in that empowered divine state, none of these situations will get to you. They don't affect you. You continue to maintain your peace, and you continue to maintain that positive, optimistic attitude. And you continue to maintain that knowing that this is all working out for you. This is actually helping you. And that's the energy in which you reside in. That's the consciousness in which you reside in. And as a result, you shift more quickly back into more of what you want. But a lot of times people, they don't have this habit when they experience challenges or setbacks or things that create that low vibrational emotion within themselves, that create that discord. They fixate on the negativity. They're like, oh my God, this isn't working out. Oh my God, this is so heavy. This is so stressful. This is da 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 da. And they continue to keep themselves out of alignment with their divine soul's truth. And as they do this, they continue to manifest from that space, holding that negativity, right? So this year and like moving forward, because we have, according to this channel, shifted into more of a fourth dimensional reality where we're getting to choose, do we want to continue to experience the contrast, or do we want to move on up? Do we want to keep going higher and higher and higher, right? So we get this this choice in choosing. The energy that is going on around the world as people are awakening, as people are returning to their truth, these people who are doing this work of connecting to this greater consciousness, having this greater understanding, doing the inner personal development work on themselves, they are helping raise the energy, raise the consciousness of the planet. And as they continue to raise this energy up, this consciousness, that energy is going to affect everyone here on this planet, and the collective conscious energy is going to start moving you more in this direction of bringing you back to this truth, whether you want to go on that journey with us or not. Everyone is going to experience this on some level. So you might, as the year unfolds, continue to increasingly feel maybe some discord, maybe some contrast. You might continue to maybe feel confusion and feeling lost in the world and not knowing your purpose and all this other stuff. But you're feeling that heaviness, that intensity, because the energy is trying to move you in the direction that you're meant to go in to experience that joy, that bliss, that abundance, that, all things work out for me. But on some level, unconsciously, you're resisting. On some level, holding on to those old belief systems that are from the third dimensional reality, which we just came from, right? And we're multi-dimensional beings, which means we fluctuate from different dimensions. But anyway, so basically, if you are experiencing that contrast moving forward, where it feels heavier and things don't seem to be working out, it's simply because you're resisting your truth. It's simply because it's the universe trying to help you to get back on the train that you truly desire to be on, but for some reason you're not allowing yourself to board that train and go to the destination that you want to go to. That's all that is. So, but the energy will continue to move you in this direction. And so the opposite of that is that if you moving forward feel greater levels of excitement and positivity and optimism, and you feel you're experiencing more abundance and all this other stuff, that's because you are more in alignment with your true divine soul's truth, right? And so you are moving forward in this direction and you're embodying more of that. And so things are going to continue to work out for you and be better for you because you're embodying this higher level of consciousness, this higher level of vibrational frequency. So you're going to keep experiencing more amazing things because as you do that, you're shifting more and more powerfully and consistent kind of consciousness and reality. So this is what I came here to share with all of you guys today. We have always kind of been on this journey of, you know, returning to who we are, returning to our divine soul's truth. And what I'm getting here before I get off to also mention, because I totally forgot, I'm sorry guys, is that part of the old systems falling away is letting go of this idea or this notion that we have gurus and teachers and like these holy ones, these special ones that know everything and that they know how the universe works and they're so wise, and we kind of put them on this pedestal and we think that they know more than us, that they're more powerful than us, that they're greater than us and all this other stuff. And that is falling away because it's not that these people are special or that they're holier or whatever it is. It's nothing to do with that. They're just really reflecting back to you who you are, right? But part of our old way of doing things, the old belief systems, is someone is wiser than me and they're so special and they're all knowing and all this. And we make them so great and grand and we don't recognize the divinity within us in that moment. We don't recognize that our truth is powerful in that moment for where we are and it's perfect and it's exactly what it needs to be and that we're equal to those people, you know, in our own way. We're equal to them. But a lot of times we have this idea of, I don't know the answers, or I don't know, I have to train under this person for a bajillion years and all this other stuff. And all of these old ways of doing things, you know, old ways of like educating people around spiritual practices, rituals and things in order to initiate them and to help them become teachers or healers or whatever it is. All of these old ways of going about in the spiritual path are going to start falling away too. Because it's very much similar to a way of like traditionally educating people and thinking this is the only way you can become a healer. You have to train under this person for these years and do these rituals and da-da-da-da-da. And all of these things are going to start falling away because it really doesn't need to be so long and complicated and complex. It really doesn't. You're already connected to a divine truth. You just have to believe in that and own that and stop thinking that, you know, you have to do these things in order to reach that level of enlightenment, in order to fulfill your purpose, in order to do whatever it is you feel called to do. It's not a requirement. You're always encouraged to do those things if it calls to you, if you want to do it because you want the experience, because you think it's enjoyable. By no means am I saying not to do those things. But what I'm saying is when you are going to do those things because you feel like you don't have the capacity right now, you don't have the answers right now, you're not qualified right now, that's when you're doing it from a place of disempowerment. That's when your beliefs are really that old, outdated kind of stuff that we are starting to let go of. And a lot of times in the spiritual community, there is this idea of, you have to do these things, otherwise you're not qualified, right? Like, especially for me, for where I live in Peru, there's a lot of shamans and a lot of people train to be shamans, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a shaman, bless you. Thank you for doing your work. But a lot of times people have this idea of, I have to train in the jungle, in the Amazon for I don't know how many years under this really wise teacher to become a shaman. Otherwise, I can't be a shaman and I can't help people and I can't help, you know, share this stuff and heal people and all this other stuff. That's not true at all. There are so many different ways to go about expressing that shaman energy if that's what you want. But again, all of these old ways of doing things, I know, for example, no offense to anyone that does martial arts, but when I did martial arts a few years ago, I understand how important it is for some people to preserve tradition, to preserve the old teachings. Bless them. I love what they're doing. I think it's valuable. I love seeing that perspective myself. And I'm glad that they want to continue to maintain that. But again, as I said, when you impose that belief on other people that this is the correct way to do it, this is the one and true and only way to do it, that's where, me personally, I don't agree with that, because source energy provides infinite numbers of ways for everyone, and you just have to take the path that resonates the most with you. And so back in the day, I took martial arts, and because of this particular martial arts and the history behind it and all this other stuff, that the senseis, the teachers, they had a very rigid way of wanting to teach this martial arts, because to preserve the tradition and to preserve the teachings, and it had to be done this way. And I didn't agree with that, because that's that old stuff that is falling away, and so it's not going to resonate for some people. Does that make sense? So this is what's happening here. We're letting go of these old paradigms, these old notions of how things are supposed to be done, should be done. And instead, people are being encouraged to follow more and more and more of what their truth is, what their soul is calling them to do, knowing and believing and trusting that what their soul is calling them to do and the path that their soul is taking them down on to reach this level of enlightenment, or to be able to learn certain abilities or whatever it is perfect for them and for their unique soul's expression. And that's basically what it is, right? So for myself, back when I used to label myself as a healer, I've recently released that word. If you follow me on my personal Facebook page, you know this. You can follow me on my business page, Stef Coaching on Facebook. But recently I'll go with this word healer. But when I was calling myself an energy healer, an energy worker, I taught myself how to do energy work. I didn't go to Reiki school and get one certificate after the other and so on to officially be a healer. Nothing wrong with that if that's you, okay? But I didn't take that route. I just taught myself. I just figured it out on my own, because my soul was leading me forward and helping me practice these things as I worked with people, and I just developed the ability. It was already within me, right? So this is what I'm talking about, is we're letting go of these things. Again, nothing wrong with going about those processes if they resonate with you, if you want the experience, but don't do it from a place of disempowerment. Trust your soul, trust your inner guidance, trust that your inner guidance here, your inner GPS, is trying to lead you down the path that is for your highest good. So this is what we're going down, this path of returning to who we truly are, returning to our divinity, allowing our inner guidance to lead us down the path that is the best for us, and doing things in the way that's best for us. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. Feel free to leave me your comments. I love you so much. Your light is brilliant. I needed to see this video today. You are spot on with where I'm at lately, so I'm feeling a lot of confirmation from your work. Thank you. You're so welcome, Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me live. I will be doing these videos every Friday here, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, on my YouTube channel. If you want to keep following me, you're more than welcome to follow me on my business page on Facebook, and that's Stef Coaching. The links will be in the description, I believe, or I will put them after the replay. I don't know. This is my first video since I've returned, so I'm not sure how exactly it's working here, but I will include the links. But you can follow me on Facebook, Stef Coaching. I have a Facebook group on Facebook, and right now the name of my group is Divine Creation. I'm gonna maybe change that name in the future, but that's how you can find me there. There's tons of free teachings on my Facebook business page in my group that you can have access to. And what else? Also, I'm doing a $500 giveaway here for my YouTube stuff. So you can find more information on that on my Facebook business page. And basically, all you need to do is subscribe to this channel and like and follow my business page. And then underneath the post on my business page, tag 3 friends that you think would benefit from my teachings, just a few words, and then that's it, and you're in for the drawing that I'm going to do tomorrow morning on my Facebook business page for the winner of this thing. And I'm giving away 3 prizes. The first prize is a 30-minute session with me. Second prize is my Basics of Business course. It's a 5-module course, very powerful, helps you manifest business or start your business or get the structure for your business. There's information on the post on Facebook. And the third thing is my Dare to Be You visibility course. And this is to help you increase your visibility if you have a business. So these are the 3 prizes I'm giving away. I'm always doing amazing things between YouTube, Facebook. So follow me in all the places if it resonates with you, no pressure. And what else am I saying here? And also, today is Friday, so Fridays I do psychic business channeling, and I normally do it either on my business page on Facebook or in my group. So today I'm doing it in my group, Divine Creation. So if that resonates with you, join me in Divine Creation. I will do that at 11 o'clock, and I hope to see you there. And I look forward to seeing you every Friday here on my YouTube. If this message or this video you think will benefit someone that you know, share this video with them. And thank you so much for your time, for your support. I will see you next Friday, and take care. Bye.